too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think that everyone is going to like the venue. Our gracious host at the venue have, they're really excited because they wanted to do something like this and they didn't know what to do. So they were nice enough to let us do it there. It's a really nice place.
Yes.
The pictures are gorgeous.
They are.
Yeah, I'm
So-
excited.
And DJ Clay has been practicing. I'm like, dude, you've been doing
Wait a
this
minute.
30 years.
Oh, what?
Right. I'm
He's over
like,
there.
He must be excited too. He must be excited too.
Yeah, so- I'm looking, for one, we won't have to bring the energy. The energy is going to already be
It's
there.
already there.
For sure. For
Because
sure.
our guests bring the energy all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of enthusiasm, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't disappoint.
This Saturday, February 28th, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., 4508
4508 South Indiana Avenue,
or 07?
07.
07. 07.
Oh, 7?
07. Yes, conversations overheard in person. Don't miss it. You got to get your tickets so that you don't miss it. We cannot wait. All right.
So tonight.
That's not how it goes.
Yes, it does.
It goes, tonight is the night.
That's another.
You were singing the Phil Collins version.
Yes, I was
And
singing.
you were,
Yes.
was that Betty White
I don't know.
or Betty Wright?
Betty Wright. She's
Betty
singing
Wright.
Betty Wright. I'm singing
Okay.
Phil. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Tonight.
Showing off those latent DJ skills, knowing the songs. Okay.
Anyway,
Good job, Gary.
tonight we want to talk about, for the folks who are unattached or who thinking they may be unattached in a few years, did you make a pact with a friend and say, you know what, if we're not married, do you want to just live out your years together?
Right.
Live our years together. So that's called, apparently, we call it a bucket list spouse.
A bucket list
A
spouse.
bucket list spouse. I've never heard that term
Right.
before.
But it's so fitting.
It really is.
So
So,
fitting.
and no one wants to die alone. I think companionship is natural. Going all the way back to Noah's Ark, 2 by 2. Everybody, you want someone to be with. So I think it's a very endearing idea. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I know some women who are like not just living 2 by 2, but or with one other person, but like groups of women who are like, you know what, let's get a house together. I've seen that on social media. Like, let's get a house together and live out our years.
You mean with friends?
Yeah.
Like my girl, like you and I get a house together and we just become roommates and
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Mhm.
If either one of y'all want to get a house with me, we can make that happen.
Then I'd be naming names.
You wouldn't be getting a lot of sleep if
Right.
he was our
Oh my
roommate.
gosh, right? Lord have mercy.
I could certainly
traffic.
see the attractiveness in the idea. I've always felt like, and I didn't know it was called the bucket list, but the whole idea, I always thought it was something that you would make with a person who was like your friend, not necessarily a love interest.
Or an ex, not an ex.
I mean, it could be any of those, but in my head, I always thought it was something that it would be like a friend. Like, you didn't find anyone for you, and I didn't find anyone for me, so let's just get together and just do this thing. You trust this person, you know them. You know your friends,
So not necessarily get married to them, just
No.
just live together.
Oh, we're gonna get married. and
Yeah,
everything.
you want to complete the goals that you set out for yourself. You just haven't done them, so you're going to do
Right.
them with this person. So if marriage is one of those things, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clearly, neither of you have made these sort of pacts with anyone. Because this is all brand new.
No.
You all are having epiphanies all over the.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Really? Yes, yes,
I
yes.
have not made that pact.
That is not my story. I definitely had a pact with someone that you all know that you won't let me name.
No.
Absolutely not.
Can I say what
No.
it rhymes with?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
But give us
But-
the story. Give us the 411.
Oops.
We were both younger in our careers, and
Oh, she knew about it? The
yeah,
pact?
yeah, she knew.
Oh, I thought this was just you making it
No,
up.
no. We had a conversation and everything. Dinner.
Oh.
You guys, a pact is something that people make together. Both of
I
you are
know.
killing me with this
No,
one-sided pact.
person in your head and you don't share it with him.
That's what I thought he did. What that?
You don't remember that promise that I made for you
I'm
to
like, do
me?
you
No,
not
you
know
don't.
what
You
we're
about
don't.
us?
You don't. If it were to resurface, you wouldn't bring it up to that person like, trying to convince them.
You wouldn't go to their wedding and be stomping down the aisle like, wait a minute.
No. The whole thing is that man,
I object.
you made it to a point, and I made it to a point. Nobody, made it a spouse out of either one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and do this.
Mm.
And it can be what you are. You
So
can
let me
say,
stop you. This person that we're not naming, you made
you're
this
not
pact.
naming. I can name who I want to name.
No, we're not naming. Not today. How about that? We aren't naming. So did you
Did
all
you
make
just
a
put me in
pact?
time out?
Of course. Of course. I'm trying to get not
Oh,
out,
my
but
God.
it won't fall out of my mouth.
Kim, you just gonna sit there and let her do that?
Absolutely.
Did she know that you
Where's
made
the
the pact?
love?
Carry on.
Where's
Was
the-
this a pact that you all made together?
Yes.
Okay.
We certainly
Established.
established and had a conversation.
How old were you guys when you made it, and how old?
We were exiting our 20s.
And so then you thought by age what, 50 or 45? Because that's old for when you're younger.
I don't
Yeah.
know that that we had that degree of specificity.
Okay.
That, but it was like, look, if you done been around the block a few times and I done been around the block a few times, let's start going around together.
Okay.
And that's one form of it. But I mean, there's there's the silent one that you make. Like, look, you know what? If I get to a point in life and she ain't with nobody, I'm doing that. I'm making that happen.
Now you are 60
And then some.
and not married. So what happened to the pact? It dissolved.
I don't know that the pact dissolved as much as, man, my situation, I'm seeing someone right now. So
Well, before then, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was seeing someone before then too.
He was probably seeing some more people.
Some ones.
No, see, I'm not gonna put that narrative out here or ascribe to it. But I was at a situation where I never really had the availability to run that down.
Okay.
But it was definitely a pact that was made. But I wanna clear up a couple things. Number one, Janae, you keep saying a friend. It could be somebody that you going out with, and you say, hey, you know what, this ain't working for us right now. But if we find ourselves and we had the opportunity to do this later,
Right.
we gonna make this happen.
Okay, and I've had that.
Yeah. So you
So that's still part of the
Welcome.
bucket list.
Yeah, okay. I have had that. Yeah.
so it's not always a friend.
Right.
And the other part of it that I wanted to clarify, it's not always communicated. I mean, like I said earlier, sometimes I'm checking you out or whatever, and I'm saying, hey, you know what? I find myself at this place in life, and she ain't doing nothing. We doing this.
She has to say yes, Gary.
I
You
mean,
can't just grab her by her hair and drag her to the altar.
Stuff.
Now you understand who you're talking to.
But the older you get, the older you get, the more likely she is to say yes, unless you just are,
Wait a minute now.
You just said he's a male chauvinist.
The older you get, the more likely she is
The
to say.
older the two of us get, the more likely I'm gonna pull it and she's gonna say yes. Absolutely.
I see your logic because you feel like there's less time. in
You
front of us.
done enjoyed all of this, and ain't none of it brought you to where that you thought you would be.
I see the logic.
Yeah, but you're just making it
I
sound
need
like
you to breathe. 'cause
she's
you
so
like,
desperate at this time because she's old that you
I'm
should
not
be
saying it
glad
like
that
that. I'm
somebody
saying-
like
no.
you.
No, I'm glad you pointed that out. But what I'm saying is that, we find ourselves here. What are we gonna do?
Okay. Just don't make it sound like.
I'm old too. I mean, I wasn't like making pacts with cougars. You know what, lady? You only 55 now, but you get to 65.
Sidebar.
You
That
gonna do
would be a
this?
cougar.
Sidebar, just out of curiosity.
Mhm.
What if the girl came to you and said, hey, let's do this? Would it make you feel a way because she's asking you and you aren't asking her? Because I know before you were like, you don't want a woman really trying to propose to you.
How about I've had people say that to me before. Ladies say that to me already.
Well, you
In
weren't
your
at the altar
recent years, I mean,
with them, so.
or when you're in your 20s?
No, definitely in
You're
my
older-
50s.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was your response?
Let me
He's not
think
married.
about that. let me think about that.
Stall,
Let me think about
kick
that.
the can down the road.
And then it was some more conversation, and I mean, ultimately, we got to the point of, man, that's a very serious thing, and I hadn't thought about you like that, and I need to think about it some more. And I'm probably
So it wasn't a person that you were dating or ever romantically involved with?
no,
Oh, okay.
no.
But it was just somebody was like, hey, you know what?
We at this age, we're doing this, we kind of at the same career track, we're looking to retire, blah 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 blah.
Huh.
Let's put the family back together.
Huh. Interesting.
Did you ever date this person?
No.
No,
Well, when you say put this family back together, to me
that's a
means,
colloquialism.
I know, but it's typically when you put the band back together, it was once a band.
It's a colloquialism. That when
It's
you,
still back together.
it's a colloquialism.
Let's just put the family together.
Literal Lucy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Same.
argue you
Yeah.
down with that.
Okay. Okay. So
Janae
there's that.
Webster.
I'm done. I'm like, let it go. Okay, so I'm trying to sit here and think. I don't know that I've ever. I mean, I dated someone that I thought that who said, if we're not.
If we're not attached,
Well, we were dating, and he said he wanted to get married by this summer of 26.
mm-hmm.
And for a fleeting second, I thought about it. I was like, well, but then I thought, no, I deserve to be with someone that I am really, I want to live out the rest of my years with somebody that I want to have a great relationship with, great sex with, not just a person I'm married to because I don't want to die alone.
Out of convenience,
Yeah, because I don't,
necessity.
yeah, I don't want to do that.
I mean, I understand it, but
Yeah,
back in the day, I would have never thought. I would have been like, "Are you crazy?" Because you couldn't have paid me to think that I was not going to be married at this time of my life.
Yeah,
First
I
of all,
want it
your
all.
situation is a little different, Kim, in that you've actually been married. So, for the person that's, in my experience, I haven't been married. So I'm looking at it, as it's truly a bucket list. Like, I'm crossing that off the list.
Mhm.
Now, obviously, I want to be totally into that person.
right?
Right.
But, there's also a part of it where it's like, you know what, I'm going to check this off. Man, okay.
Right. Yeah.
So would you go into it? And this is for all of us because I mean, let's say this was something that was on the table for us at this old age. Would it be something you would go into it with the same kind of passion you would as if it was someone you were really passionate about? Not necessarily just, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't
You
see how
say-
it could.
you
No.
say, always,
I'm like,
I didn't wait this long to get married just to get divorced. So when I do it, it's done. It's one and done.
Mm-hmm.
Would you go into this kind of pact union with that same kind of, no, you testing the waters. I'm scratching it off the bucket list.
Yeah,
Put
I
my
I'm
toe
not-
in there.
I don't think that you can create passion. And whenever you try to do that,
No, I agree. But
So-
commitment, you could be passionate about a commitment even if you aren't passionate about the person.
true that, but I'm not gonna try to create something that's not there. I'm really gonna take advantage of the opportunity and let me really truly get to know this person.
While you're married to them.
And I mean, my whole saying, I got more time behind me than I do in front of me. So let me make the best of this time. Let me go into it in the right mindset. Let me go into it and try to really get to know this person, because whatever I do have left is going to be with that person. So let me try to see how I can figure this out and maximize the opportunity that I have.
Yeah. I don't know. Marriage is I understand it. Don't get me wrong. I keep saying that. I understand how someone could say, I don't want to be alone. And I do want a life partner. And I do want to be able to travel. And I do want to be able to do these things with someone. And I want a date for Valentine's Day and Christmas and New Year's Eve. And I don't want to
And all
All
throughout
of
the
the
year, not
things.
just cuffing season.
not just cut. So I get it. But at the same time, even if you're dating somebody, you don't really know them like know them until you've experienced a lot of different things, different
I agree.
how they react in certain situations, how they shut down or not, or you know, you just don't know. So getting into a marriage and you are still finding out who they are, to me is very spooky and scary and a little
In the case
Silly.
of you, Janae, you're very discerning in general. So you're going to, there's a baseline. So if anybody has a red flag, they're not even going to get to the $200 price round. At the point in which you say that, hey, I'm going to be married, this person on $1,000 price round. They have not sent up the red flags to the other ones that people didn't get that far. So you're going to be on the lookout anyway. If you were to do something like that, and I'm not saying that you wouldn't, but if you were to do something like that, that person has already been properly vetted. They got what they need. They at least got enough to get to the $100,000 prize round. I'm sorry.
it just seems, really risky. Doesn't it seem risky to you?
What do you have to lose?
No. And I would say it would be risky, and if my daughter were thinking about doing it at her age, I would be like, oh my gosh, no. But I'll be 60 this year.
I mean, doing it like get married right now to a friend?
Yeah, I would be like, oh my gosh, no. That would be risky to me. Like you're risking, like these are your prime
You're like,
years.
girl, you're too young for this. What are you doing?
My point.
Right.
These are your prime years, but at 60, no, risky. What are we risking?
I'm unhappiness. Hello.
I mean,
But you're not
the
marrying a
odds are,
stranger.
the odds are 50-50.
It doesn't mean that that person's gonna make you happy.
The
even though
odds,
they're-
the odds are 50-50 no matter what you do. It could work or it could not work. It's really that simple.
I think if I were to say to someone, yes, let's do this with the bucket list. What do you call it? Bucket list spouse?
Yes.
Bucket list marriage or whatever. I'm not going into it like I half-heartedly know you. I've only met you a few months ago. I think I would be happy. Let's go and show. Now I'm not saying I'm advocating or I'm about to do this, but I definitely see the logic behind it.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
I understand it.
And I
completely.
don't think that a person would be unhappy doing it. Now, I think the whole, like people are doing this lavender marriage.
I don't know what that is.
That's, a straight woman marrying her gay best friend guy. And they're traveling together and they're living their lives and they're not having sex, but they're doing everything else that a regular couple would do. Now that would be risky, and that, because you're gonna catch feelings and the man is gay. But this,
Or
no.
vice versa.
Yeah. What?
Or vice versa. He may catch feelings for her.
Okay, well, I doubt it, but if he's gay, I doubt it. Most gay men don't catch feelings for women like that. They may want to emulate, but.
Well, what if he's the beard for her? What if she's the gay one?
Well, I haven't seen that, but that can happen. I haven't seen that. But this lavender marriage thing has been a topic. But getting back to this, I don't really see a whole lot of risk involved. If we're good friends, I've known you for a while, and we're like, you know what? Let's get
I think-
let's join our
And since this is
resources.
sort of a business venture, we're
Yeah.
gonna have a prenup. So
Yeah.
you're gonna come into this, and you're gonna get whatever yours is what you brought into it. Mine is what I brought into it. Anything that we did together, we can talk about it.
Right.
If it were that simple, then marriage would just work in general for everybody. So I feel like like again, I keep saying I understand it. I just don't think it's going to just be that easy, because you're dealing with people and they have their own.
But it's only as complicated as we make it. And a lot of the things that other people are going into it, we don't have those problems. We're 60 years old. We got AARP cards. We 10 years in.
I gotta get my card.
We 10 years in.
Part of, for me,
Mm-hmm.
being happy in a relationship is someone who doesn't want to tell me no. Like when you ask them something, no, we're not. My partner not wanting to tell me no just off the bat because it may not be what they want to do, but someone who who wants to say yes. You know what I mean? Because they want for me to be happy. That comes with a certain type of love that you have for somebody, where they just want you. They just want you in that happy space in your day. I don't know if I just married somebody on my bucket list. Maybe my friend. It could be, if they'll have that. If I wake them up and be like, hey, I want to go for a walk. I want to do that. Girl, if you don't get out my face, you know what I mean? Because they don't have that for me. Making me happy and getting up earlier than what they want to may not be something that would be like, okay. Anyway, girl, get out my room. Go to your own room.
Oh no, we're sleeping in the same
I
bed.
get it, but
We ain't doing that.
it's just a certain level of, I don't know, intimacy that I think might not be there that I feel like I really want and I really need
I mean,
in a partner.
I don't think that there's anyone better to tell you what you need. I think that you have a very firm grasp.
But I think it could
but
work
for me,
for people.
I don't. It's not that serious. I don't see it like that. I don't see that as an impediment. I'm not saying that it's obviously going to work, but
Well, yeah, because you're just testing waters.
no. I mean, reality. I'm a numbers person. A marriage is either going to work or it's not. That's flat out. Now, obviously, I'm not going to get into certain situations. If she had a recreational meth habit, no, I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. But if she's reasonably decent and she didn't send up any of the red flags that I don't need sent up, we're doing this. Let's make it happen.
Excuse me. It was hard to digest.
Nah, but it's only as complicated as we make it. We should be a little bit more vested in the success at this age of the union. And if we go into it,
Now that part I agree with, because you wouldn't be just doing this bucket list spouse thing if you weren't invested in making this work, right?
And you should know a few.
Because you really want this.
You should know a few
partnership.
more things about yourself. You know what you're gonna do, what you're not gonna do, what you're good at, what you have potential to get good at, and you probably have a very good purview of yourself. You probably have a very good self-understanding. So I mean, that's half the battle. A lot of times, when we were married when we were younger, it was because of convention. We thought we had to, or we were supposed to. I'm 25. I have a job. I've done this. Let me get married. So now it's like I want to be happy. I want to have somebody, and you're going to invest a little bit more. You know that you don't have as much. In my case, I know that I don't have as much time. I'm putting more heart into it.
Let me ask this question. Either one of you. You said you had someone who you, I think, previously dated who said that to you. You had a friend who you didn't date, but you probably had somebody who you did date.
I had somebody that I dated that was like, look, if we're not doing nothing, let's do something.
Let me ask this question now. Either one of you. That relationship you aren't in right now. So would this little thing in the back of your head say to yourself, the relationship didn't work for a reason? Would I really want to get married to somebody who I didn't end up with anyway because of A, B, and C? Like, to me, even if you're old and you haven't done this thing, to me, you broke up for a reason. It's almost like spinning the block. You know what I mean? And sometimes you don't spin the block with people that you know that it can't work with.
A lot of the success of relationships is about timing. Somebody that you dated in your 20s. Yeah, somebody you dated in your 20s could probably never date you now. Not because you dated them already, but because they were just on so much foolishness. But somebody else that, you dated or almost dated or had a chance to, they're more mature. They bring more to the table in terms of your needs. They have a greater punch list of the things that make you happy. Whether it's they're a better listener, they're a better talker, they're a better friend, they're a better companion. They got all of that foolishness out their system. So, spending a block a year from now or 2 years after something in my 20s it's not the same as spinning the block now.
You feel the same? Is that?
I mean, well, my pact was made a little bit more recently,
Mm-hmm.
so I would not want to be with this person just because, I mean, I thought about it for a fleeting second, but this is when we were seeing each other. So I thought, and I really kind of imagined my life, like, how would this be?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's a good idea.
I mean, and that's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
You know, because it's going to be a very individual decision, and you know, it goes against everything that we've been taught up until this point.
And I'm going to say this, and to your point, because I was married for so long,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that like, oh, I got to get married.
But I gotta cross it
You
off.
I
the
crossed
list.
it off your bucket
Yeah,
list.
right. I don't feel like that. So I am like the first hint of foolishness. I'm like, like I was, well, I won't even.
But
Wait, let me just finish this.
Mhm.
I am really, do I want to be in a relationship? 70% of the time, I think I do.
Mhm.
But when I am presented with that, and maybe I just haven't found the right person, because when I'm presented with that, I'm always like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then I think I'm, despite what people may see on social media, I'm really a homebody. I like being at home. I like working out and then coming home, taking a shower and doing nothing, or being on my computer, or, you know, just, I like that. So I'm not a party girl. I don't want to do it. Traveling, I like it, but I do it for a living, so I don't always want to do it. But I like,
Having your own space.
I do. I like that. So I don't know even that I am willing, I'm not going to be very patient. I'm not going to be that partner with a whole bunch of dumb shit. I'm not doing it.
I think that we all agree that MBK is certainly different than PK. Modern day Kim versus past.
I'm like, you know, I'm about to go. I'm about to just leave. Right? I'm like, I'm not doing this.
My wheels are spinning.
But modern day Kim,
Yeah.
modern
I'm
day
just-
Kim, you know, I mean, you even though you might necessarily move slower, you process faster, and something that you might have tolerated in your 20s, or kind of look the other way, or drink the Kool-Aid. You know, let me get some more, put some ice in it.
In my 20s, I was married.
Yeah, you don't even drink Kool-Aid no more.
Never did.
See what I'm saying?
Because I always thought it was too sweet. But I mean, like 70% of the time I think, oh, I want to be in a relationship. I want to, you know. But like Valentine's Day, I spent it with my mom. I went to a funeral actually, and then I spent it with my mother. And I was happy as a clam. I was just fine with that. You know, we went walking outside because it was a nice day, and massages. I was good with that. So, you know, I don't know. I haven't met the person that is making me think, you know, oh yeah, let's go get married. But I'm not opposed to it.
Well, I mean, that's another big part of it. Somebody has to capture, both of you are. Somebody has to capture your imagination. Then they have to.
Well, somebody is captured her.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Somebody has to capture your imagination to motivate you to want to get to that level.
Yeah.
And then what you're saying, you're like, I don't know that somebody could capture my imagination that based on a pact that I made at a past date. I get that part.
Like, I would never past Janae, PJ.
PJ versus MBJ.
Right. Like, this would have been something like, are you out of your mind? I'll be married. You know what I mean? And so, not being married, I can definitely understand, especially when you see the mortality rate and you see how, you know what I mean? I can see the importance and the need and the desire to want to have somebody with you going through life. I see that. But I can't still, at this juncture, maybe in a decade I will, have someone who is this close to me all the time that I am not really that into. Like, to me, I can't even pretend. Like, it's not even in me
But
to.
is it like a mock marriage of, or are you just pretending to be passionate about them, or are you going into it saying, hey, you're my buddy, let's
I'm
let's
gonna
go?
learn how to be passionate.
Oh, no,
I don't
you're
know.
not.
Learn, but grow.
I'm just saying, that's what
Grow too.
Yeah.
Grow too.
what I'm saying is, right now, it's still hard for me to feel like jumping into. And I understand the need and the desire, but if I don't feel that to you, I'm not gonna want to be like this.
That's what I'm saying. Who says you have to be like this?
But
I
what if
mean,
he wanted something like that? If you know,
if it's your good friend, he might not. He might just be like, you know what?
so we're gonna have an open
You're
marriage.
my,
I don't want that either.
Okay, well, okay.
You know what I mean? If
have
I
no
got
idea
married,
what
I would
you're
want
talking
all the things
I'm not-
that
she's
go.
literal. She's
I would want
literal.
all the things that
So I
go
can't.
along with marriage in my mind. What a marriage
Okay,
should look
so
like.
you
So
want
you're
That's
you
what I'm
not
want-
saying.
open to the. So that would be your answer. You're not open to the bucket.
No,
You're
I'm not
open
saying
to it.
I'm not open to it. I understand right now it doesn't fit in my idea of what it was. I said maybe in a decade, maybe if I'm not married, maybe I would understand
But
it. Maybe it would be different.
The other,
But right now, marriage to me looks like what it did back then still. It's what I want.
and that's the
Really
other
don't.
part of what you're saying
I
is that
think
you
so.
want all of the accoutrements. You want everything
Yeah.
that goes with what your vision of marriage is, and that's fair.
What I feel like I deserve.
That's fair also.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's fair. It is fair.
I'm just sitting here thinking about these people on Saturday. They gonna have high energy. Are we ready to meet?
We
their
are
energy?
ready.
Are we ready to meet their energy?
Yes.
We are ready for you guys on Saturday.
I
I'm
wish
so
I could make it come
excited to see
faster.
folks. I know. I'm really excited. I feel like it's. Do you know we haven't had an in-person event since, I think, was it Fat Burger?
No,
we
it was
had
after
Oak
that.
Park.
It was Oak Park.
Oak Park. So what was that? September?
No.
October.
September was the Fat Burger.
Yeah,
October.
I had a coat on, so it was colder.
Yeah,
and
you
chilly.
did. Sitting down there like Pink Daddy in the middle of the
I
kitchen.
don't think it was October. I think that was November. I think that was early November, wasn't it?
No, we were on hiatus for November.
I don't recall. I know I had a coat.
We were on hiatus for November because we didn't do it in November and December because of the holidays.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so maybe it was, I guess, Halloweenish.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
It
anyhow,
was because they had a Halloween party
yeah.
at the rooftop and they
Okay.
had cleaned up. Yes, so it was about
Nonetheless,
Halloween.
we missed you guys, and we
We
cannot
did.
wait to see you on Saturday.
And we got some topics. Can I share the
No.
topic?
No. Mm-mm.
No, and people are asking me too.
Do you
But we're
all
gonna
know
have some great music along with these great conversations and some great tasty bites. You can tell them
Yes.
about that stuff, but no, not the topics.
Well, we're gonna have DJ Clay is gonna be on the ones and twos. We're gonna have tasty bites until they're exhausted. We are,
I tried not to do it.
and we're gonna be at a new venue, and we're very excited about that as well. So this is a great opportunity.
The topics won't disappoint, I'll tell you that much. Even though he can't tell you what they are.
Can I say what they sound like?
Nope.
No,
Rhymes with?
But
No.
they will not disappoint.
it will not. So we will see you guys on Saturday at 3
So
p.m.
rest those lungs up so we can have these conversations.
Looking forward to it.
And bring a friend. Y'all all know somebody that could benefit from this.
I
That
know
needs
that's
to get
right.
out the house. Is acting like COVID is still what it was. Hey, we're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna get you in and out in less than 4 hours. It's gonna be a great time. Come on out and enjoy, please.
Good
Thanks for
music, good
tuning
food, and great conversation.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And you'll come on out, and like I said,
Oh, no,
I'll
no.
dance for you.
Good night.
She get to dance and I can't name names. Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
I need to talk to my agent.